Alright, so here's what I got so far. See the headstock? It's all cut. Took my angle grinder and took a lot of material out of the neck today. Also, got some carving on the back, as you can see. I've basically finished the carving on the front. Now my phone needs to finish, focusing. But basically, the front of the body, all it needs is just sanding at this point. With the neck, you can see with the lines, I still got to cut the neck to its proper width. And I have to cut out the headstock, finish shaving down the material until it's the right width. Should be about a 1/2 inch by the time that I'm done with it. But hopefully within the next week or so of doing a bunch of this extra work, we'll have these edges right here rounded off, nice and smooth. We'll have the back. You can see where the planer here kind of gouged a little bit at the base, but that's alright because we need to sand this down flat anyways. It's not going to be a problem with that. That's just going to be corrected with a whole lot of sanding. And then with the rasp file, where I've already dug into this right here, I'm going to shape that down to what that needs to be. You can see like right here how this has a little bit of a bubble out and everything. That's just because we have too much excess on the neck in this area, and that's going to be cut down on the sides and everything. But so far the process is going really well. And one thing that this base has that the other one does, once again, this base design, for whatever reason, doesn't matter how much weight is over at the headstock or at the body, it's perfectly balanced. This is a perfect balance point, which means it will hold its position. There will be no neck dive and there will be no neck lift, which I don't know what it is about this design. It was a total accident whenever I did it on the last one, but it is perfectly balanced. So this should be one hell of an instrument. And it still makes me look like a hobbit because it's a 35-inch scale. But it is coming along, and I'm excited to have this one finished. And on top of that, I have over here the pieces for its twin, which is going to be maple, that you see on this one right here. We have walnut, maple, walnut, maple, walnut, right? This one is going to be the exact opposite. It's going to have maple, followed by walnut, followed by maple, followed by walnut, followed by maple. And then the wings of that are also going to be walnut. So it is going to be a direct color inversion of this one. This one, I decided to actually go ahead and name it Angel because it's got a lot, and I mean a lot, of white color on it. And as you can see, the fretboard is white maple too. So it's just going to be a very brightly colored guitar. And its twin here that I've just started cutting the pieces of, its fretboard is going to be walnut, and it's going to be mostly dark. So it is going to be a complete color inversion. And I just think that's going to be cool to have twin guitars. And what I'm going to do for the next one here, its little twin, once I get a chance to get started on it, my third bass, PJ Carvey as I called it, I'm going to cannibalize everything off of it with the exception of the truss rod because I still want it to be functional, because that bass was, despite the flaws, it was a hell of a stepping stone in the process of teaching myself how to build instruments. And yes, I am completely self-taught, so I'm sure that's obvious to anyone who's a real, luthier, or luthier, however you want to pronounce it. I don't really care. But I'm teaching myself, no formal training, and hopefully, if these next couple ones go well, the one after these two will be a high enough quality from everything I'm learning from these two to eventually be able to sell, because right now it's just an extremely expensive hobby. But the reason why I'm going to cannibalize all the electronics, the hardware, and everything off of the last one that I built is because, quite frankly, I don't want to spend another $800 on components to build another instrument. It gets expensive. Electronics are so ridiculously expensive. I don't use cheap tuners. This one, Angel, has Grover tuning machines on it, and those are like 80 bucks. Now, Angel's gonna have passive pickups, so the challenge I'm gonna have with its twin Demon here is the active pickups that are on PJ Carvey. The problem I had with it was finding a place to put the batteries. And so that's gonna add an interesting challenge for this one of where I'm going to need to put those. And it's probably going to just have a larger control panel, because I'm gonna have to cut out more area just to be able to fit the batteries in. But I'm also trying to think of a way that I could do that and make the batteries easy access on their own, so you don't have to take off the entire control panel just to change the batteries. But we'll see how it goes whenever we get to that bridge. But yeah, Angel is coming along, and let me tell you, she's so much lighter after taking off all that material, because this thing was like, shit, I don't know, 16 to 18 pounds, and now she's right around like 13 or 14, I want to say. And so, yeah, that's the projects over the next, I don't know, 9 weeks maybe, because sanding takes forever. It's tedious, but man, it makes it look pretty.